Hello, I'm Avin Jogia.
And I'm Erin Westbrook. Welcome to RealWorks.
Our families shape us, and when families struggle, those dynamics can force us to grow up faster than we want.
In this episode of RealWorks, 3 young filmmakers document the challenges they face at home and how those obstacles shape who they are.
In our first film, one family's love for one another sustains them through the toughest of times. Here's Catherine Cruz's Las Fuertes.
Ahí tienes a Cristian, se pone mal. Cristian no puede decir, mamá, me espanté, ¿no? Él solo llora porque me tengo que ir contigo. Catherine se tiene que hacer fuerte.
Growing up, everything seemed normal. Mom, dad, younger and older brother. Playing around without a care and nothing stopping us. Seeing as we were living the normal life. Things were calm until you find out that your younger brother is autistic and your older brother is epileptic and gay. It wasn't easy to process at a young age when all you really cared about was if you missed an episode of Pokemon. Having to be the strong one puts a lot of pressure on a 10-year-old. My little brother is in high school right now, so he's like in a special class. And so he's getting the therapy he needs. He talks more now. What class are you in high school?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what class.
Yes, you do. You're smart, you know. Are you in a regular class?
Inclusion class.
You're in inclusion class.
Yes.
But what I did find weird growing up with Christian was the fact that he wouldn't speak to us and he would always be angry and then like he would just start throwing toys at us.
No reflejaba que le doliera algo, él no te decía me duele acá o lloraba el niño, él no era lloró nada más en un tiempo fue muy agresivo él. Encontraba un vaso y si él estaba enojado y te la aventaba. En verdad, yo tuve que guardar allá en la 45 cuchillos, cucharas, vasos, yo le agarraba y se los aventaba a sus hermanos.
I seriously recall my brother saying, "Hey Kathy," I'm like, "What? I gotta tell you something." I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "I'm gay." And I was like, "Okay. I don't know what I should do. Should I high-five you or something?" Remember when you told mommy, like, you came out of the closet to mother?
Yeah.
How did that process go down?
I just simply told her who I was, and she accepted whether she wanted to or not. It sounds harsh, but in a world like this, you really can't hesitate.
Mami, quiero hablar contigo. Yo le dije, ¿de qué? Dice, solo quería decirte que soy gay. Hasta la fecha sigo llorando y no porque no lo acepte, sino que es difícil entender que un hijo tuyo sea gay.
I was about 9 when my brother had his first seizure.
Rapid flashing lights, the smallest things like watching TV or playing video games could trigger an event in the brain, and then it just happens all of a sudden. You know, 1 minute I'm awake, the next I'm on a hospital.
The last time it happened was on New Year's, and that was a bad one. And the worst part about that was that my little brother saw him. Do you remember what happened to Henry on New Year's?
I know.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Do you want to tell me?
No. We're not talking about it.
Okay. How did you feel?
Horrible.
Why?
I don't know. I cry a lot.
You cried a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay to tell me. Come on. You're big. You're strong. You could do it. Tell me why you were crying.
I don't know. I just say I don't know.
En ese momento siente uno que se va la vida, que se te muere. Y uno se muere con ellos. Porque tú ves que está pasando por un momento tu hijo que no, tú no puedes ayudarlo, tú no puedes hacer nada. Es difícil.
I would always have to be the strong one. By strong one, I mean not crying, not showing emotions, stating my ground, cooperating, and trying to stand up for my mom.
Ay, Naina. How you doing, baby? Huh? Yes, very
She's your baby?
Mm-hmm.
Do you love her?
Yes.
How much?
I don't know. A lot.
He talks to my cat sometimes, so like he opens up to her in a way.
Él ha cambiado mucho en el tiempo que ha estado Laila aquí. Ha cambiado mucho, es más expresivo, habla a veces con ella. Se suelta hablando más con ella, porque a la que le da besos es a la gata, a nosotros no. Ok, ahorita vas a ver cuál beso me va a dar. Sí, como yo no soy la gata. ¿Cómo te fue, papá?
Yeah.
¿Cómo le fue a mi bebé? Así no besas a la Laila, tú le das muchos besos a la Laila y a mí solamente uno.
If there's anything that you can tell your mom, your little brother, and your older brother, what would it be? And like,
It would just be that I'm proud of them, simply because, mostly them three, because they've been through so much.
3, 4.
Doctor's appointments, hospital, therapies.
This is mine because I cooked it.
And my brothers, they make me mad. I just want to kick them sometimes. But, you know, overall, they've helped me become the person I am today. They've showed me that I have to be strong sometimes, not all the time, but I have to look out for the ones I love, even if it means that I have to, like, put myself aside and just, like, ignore, like, myself for a moment.
Filmmaker Doris Liang is not a material girl, but her mother is. In this next story, a young woman confronts her mother's obsession with spending and asks the ultimate question, what is happiness?
What do you see when you flip through a photo album? Smiles, smiles, and smiles. But what is happiness? What makes you happy? Ever since I was young, I felt like my mother only cared about money. Even now when I ask her what makes her happy, she says money and Macy's. I get so sick and tired of hearing her worry about money when it isn't even a first world problem for us. My mom is the only person I know that finds happiness in money and materialistic things. Although she doesn't show it, I know every time she swipes that Macy's card through the machine, she is smiling in the inside. My mom wasn't raised in an affluent environment, and I understand why she's so uptight and frugal about money. She contradicts her views on money when she goes out to Macy's every weekend and spends money. I just don't understand why she feels like money and materialism is the sole key to happiness. I do not find a lot of happiness in materialistic things. Being able to live freely and laugh with my friends is a bigger reward than the joy I feel when I buy a new pair of shoes. Having one person wasn't enough proof to show to my mom that she's the only one that thinks money is everything. So to prove to her that money is not the sole thing to achieve happiness, I went around to ask people what makes them happy.
My family makes me happy.
My family. Just having a lot of family and friends around in my life and just doing what I want to be doing in my life.
Life in general. It's like being with my family, being with my friends, being able to express myself in all sorts of ways is just an honor for me. That's what makes truly me happy as a person.
Bacon bits, little hot dogs with bacon wrapped around them. On a more serious level, bacon bits make me happy.
Sleeping in makes me happy. Eating food makes me happy.
Seeing everyone around me that is healthy and smiling brightens up my day. Like seeing the sun out with like warm weather, that makes me really happy.
我最開心係最多錢使啦，要買咩有咩，要買嘢就有錢，同埋要做咩又有錢，即係人最開心就係話冇經濟壓力就係開心咯。
Not really, I don't think so. I don't think money. To some, maybe yes, but not for me personally, no.
No, I think that it helps to have a little bit of money so you can be comfortable. I think it's important for basic needs to be met.
Ultimately, it's not money that makes you happy. So many other things. It's your family, how you influence the world, what you do, how you help others, and it's basically your inner essence.
I think money makes you happy, but it certainly can keep you from being unhappy. I'm never happy when I have money, but I am soothed by being able to go out and buy a taco. So like I'm not like, oh yeah, I got money, but I do find it comforting. I can like go buy like 3 big burritos and bring them back home and be like, this is pretty happy. But I don't think necessarily the actual, like when I make money from like working, I'm not immediately made happy by it. I'm like exhausted, and I really wish I didn't have to have money.
Money itself cannot make you happy, but the things you do with your money can make you happy. Like for instance, if you're really hungry and then you go into a restaurant and eat and it fills you up, and yeah, that makes you happy. And or let's say it's a really hot day today and you're really thirsty and you just want something cold to drink, and then you use your money to buy something useful, to get a drink for yourself and to cool down, then I feel like that makes you happy. But like money, just having money itself doesn't really make you happy. It's just what you do with the money makes you happy.
直頭係令到個人開心啦！我想買車又得，買靚衫又得，想俾女補習又得，想俾女買靚衫名牌又得，咁你冇經濟壓力，個人咪開心咯。
I feel like my mom isn't always about money, but I didn't know what else but money makes her happy.
咁你覺得如果你冇咗呢啲物質，你會唔會開心？
Depends 冇物質咁我冇錢我都冇可能去買嘢㗎。
有冇一個 moment 喺你個 life 係覺得唔需要錢都好開心？
我都覺得唔。
咁你而家開唔開心啊？
呢個 moment 開心，因為我兩個女真係都幾聽話，都開心，所以我要嘅嘢就係真係好簡單，都係即係話一家人平平安安啊，同埋即係話OK 好簡單嘅生活我應付到啊。不過都係錢，一樣樣都係錢。好老實話俾你聽，真係冇錢真係萬萬不能。Money就no honey. I tell the truth. I tell everybody. Okay.
I agree with my mom that money is essential in life, and I'm no way saying that money is not important, because it is important and we all need it to survive kind of a way, but there's other things in life besides money that can make you happy. Like all the people that I've interviewed, the first thing that comes to their mind when I ask them what makes them happy is not money.
Happiness, it really sort of ends up being immune to the winds of fortune.
I think that over time you start to realize that the little moments are the most important part, and that it's not the end of the world when something goes wrong.
Money is not the only thing that makes a person happy. There is no correct definition of happiness, but it is not hard to define. Happiness is simple.
Hi, I'm here with Mitchell Davis, and we're talking RealWorks. So, when did you get started with RealWorks?
I got started with RealWorks about 2 years ago, right after I moved actually to New York City. I moved not really knowing anyone, and RealWorks really kind of opened me up to the city, and I made a lot of friends coming here. Overall, it helped the transition of moving from a non-city area a lot easier.
Like, what did you first learn when you got here? What were you good at beforehand? What do you know?
I came to RealWorks knowing I really enjoyed film. I love to watch movies, and I just really wasn't sure what I wanted to do in film. I feel like
or what there was to do.
Yeah, and I feel like once I got to RealWorks, I really picked up camera work very quickly, and I realized that I really enjoyed it. I feel like without RealWorks, I really wouldn't have known that I enjoyed it.
So I guess what are you doing now? Where are you off to now?
After I completed all of the courses at RealWorks, they really set me up with the professional circuit. They brought me on to a variety of commercials, music videos, and I feel like I made a lot of connections through RealWorks, to the point where I'm not necessarily just making connections through RealWorks or just working on shoots through RealWorks.
Working independently.
Yeah. I've since worked with a variety of different projects, including feature films and
this is like a connection to a world you would not be able to do if there wasn't like a program like this for people.
Definitely.
So Mitchell, what's next for you? What are you doing?
In my future, I plan on going to study film in college, and right out of college, I definitely hope to begin working in the field again and doing what I've been doing.
It's great. Or maybe not. Maybe you just keep on working forever. And then you're shooting something that I'm in like 3 years. I'm like, where do you want me to stand? I'll do all that stuff, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Nice talking to you, man. Filmmaker Faith Christian has served as her mother's eyes all of her life. Living with a legally blind parent has made her see the world as an adult, but there are days where she just wants to be a kid. Here's The Age of Me.
Cook fast. Okay, start me. The yams. No, I want the recipe for the collard greens. We could do two different things at the same time. So you could cook something, I could cook something.
I don't want to cook.
Hey!
I do not cook.
You're not cooking, you're just reading the recipe.
Like a housewife boo.
What? You're going to be a housewife? You're more mature than the other kids. Everybody always say that about you. Every time they meet you, they don't think that you're your right age. Being a mother, I don't think so. I see when you act your baby stages. So I'll be like, yeah, and then I say, no, but really, you do act mature for your age.
All of my life, I have been called mature for my age. I never understood why or how. Is it because I do and wear what I want? Or is it because I don't try to reach the expectations of others? Well, I believe my past experience have developed my mature mindset.
She's funny and bright.
You're still shy, but with people you don't know. With us, you crazy, you're fun. You're not quiet though, you're really not. You talk a lot. You might be weird sometimes, but I like it.
She was stuck up. Oh. Nah, just play it. I just play it. Or maybe I'm not. You're so tiny and quiet.
That was my first
Can you see me? Not too dark. Okay, can you see me now?
As a child, I lived with both of my parents. They spoiled me with what they had and what they could afford. I didn't get expensive clothes and shoes. It was usually gadgets and toys like the newest dollhouses and electronic games. My Christmases was always massive. I didn't realize that we were actually poor until my mom and dad split up.
When me and her father broke up, I had to deal with living arrangements, schooling, and very emotional ability to make that it wasn't her fault that we broke up.
At a very young age, I had to realize that my mom couldn't get a job to support us. I soon realized that she was also legally blind. Being legally blind means you can't work or drive. She can see, but not as good. Also, my mom is illiterate, and she taught me how to handle business since I had to help her read.
Yeah, read it. I'm making a little bit of candy yams, you know.
Why can't you read it?
Oh, I have problems reading, of course.
So 1 pound of collard greens.
I got that.
Let you read.
I often cry when I think about how poorly we're doing, but she makes it look so easy, so I look up to her.
I'm glad you got your music on because my
checks,
music.
like disability and like all these different checks to help us get through like paying for stuff since she can't get a job, and like she gets a reduced rent and all that, so it helps us a lot, but we still need like money because at the end of the month we're always broke. So that's why I really wanted to do this for my mom. I just wanted to do this for my mom, and like it's my passion, so I always wanted to help her get through stuff, and it's just been really hard for us. So okay, every night they would have Chinese food or they would cook something, and me and the kids at the table eating ravioli. That's why I can't stand ravioli. Ravioli from a can, spaghetti from a can, I can't stand that. I can't eat it. I can't see it. I'm just gonna throw up. I hate it. That was the worst 3 years of my life. I feel like a lot of what I went through reflects on how I am now. I'm mature because of what I've been through and what I had to deal with when I was younger. My mom taught me adult things like how to pay bills and how to take care of another person. My mom inspires me because she can make something out of nothing, and she makes sure I eat and have a roof over my head.
How old are you? I'm 24.
5.
Me is 30.
How old do you feel? How old do you think you are? 5.
How I feel? Quite old.
Do you think you're mature?
No.
Yeah. Maturity could be based on several things. But at the end of the day, maturity is how we feel about the world and society.
With things that I have to do, like say for example get good grades, I'm mature. And just like with stuff at home, like all these little monsters, I gotta take care of them, you know, mature with that.
I'm mature when I need to be, and I'm immature when I want to be. That. I would say the first time I felt mature was when I was 18, when I started living away from home, lived on my own.
I felt mature when I first started writing the chains by myself. Like, I felt, I don't know how to explain it. I felt like, oh snap, I can write chains by myself now. Like, I'm older. I'm still not over like my depression, the separation, and it's just like all bundled up inside of me.
no escape but to like grow up and man up, and because life moves on. Can't do anything about it. Can't go back in time, so I just have to deal with it.
Well, that's it for today's show. Thank you for joining us.
See you next time on RealWorks.